The next two songs, When the River Runs Deep and The Book of Souls, are brilliant.
Yeah.
When the River Runs Deep is a real crunchy number. It's got a fantastic riff, which is really, I'll call it earthy. And it really comes out like on the speakers as well, like when you listen on the vinyl. It's just, you feel like your speakers are going to explode.
Yeah.
The Book of Souls is the next song, and that's the first real, I guess, epic one. So that's from the Red and the Black, which is 30 minutes. Book of Souls is a 10-minute song.
Is it the centrepiece of the album?
No.
No.
There's bigger songs to come.
Okay.
The Book of Souls opens up with like this really awesome Spanish flamenco guitar opening, and it's got like some synths playing over it as well. And again, it's all about a Mayan sacrifice.
Yeah.
And finding this lost book called the Book of Souls, or some shit like that. Again, musically, it's amazing. The time signature changes, the production, the awesome opening, the kind of Spanish flamenco opening. These songs all open up amazingly, by the way. The riffs are phenomenal.
Yeah.
The Red and the Black opening is like this awesome like chorded bass guitar, like bam 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 bam.
Yeah.
It's all just like virtuosic without being like prog rock excess.
No.
Which is ironic since there's like 2, 3, 4 songs which are like 10 minutes plus.
Well, this could easily have been Tales of Topographic Ocean.
Oh, exactly, yeah.
With the kind of length and indulgent. Well, is it indulgent or is it not indulgent?
It is a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's kind of why I like it. Again, with Iron Maiden, it's quite knowing.
Yeah.
So I don't mind too much. While with Yes, they think they're making this amazing statement.
Yeah.
About life. Well, Iron Maiden just want to rock.
Yeah.
And make good songs. The Book of Souls is also, the actual title track is a really good example of Iron Maiden being masters of musical storytellers.
Okay.
Where like the actual music tells the story. This is best shown on the song Empire of the Clouds, which I'll get to. This is the last song on the album.
Yeah.
But Book of Souls really shows this well. Where the story that Bruce Dickinson is singing is beautifully backed up by all the guitarists and the drummers and all that. It's from the slow lumbering opening of the Book of Souls riff, you can also imagine like this guy being shuffled and brought forward to the altar to be sacrificed, and then if shit gets really weird, the music kicks into overdrive and it just gets out there with the crazy guitar solos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The next 2 songs are brilliant as well. I love them. Death or Glory is a real quick punchy number, which I think would have been a better single.
Yeah.
I can really imagine this one being played live and everyone getting really into it. It's like, Death or Glory. It's just like, you just want to punch something while listening to it.
Yeah.
And it's got just a really great riff.
Yeah.
Shadows of the Valley is really good as well. It's kind of like, it's a little bit, I guess, slower than the others, but it builds up really nicely. I've only heard these songs twice. They're all really long, dense songs, so they're not really properly sunk in yet.
Yeah.
But I remember Shadows of Death being Shadows of the Valley being a really great song. The next one's probably my second favourite of the album, which is called Tears of a Clown, which is great.
Is it a cover of the Kinks song?
No. It's actually a song all about Robin Williams.
Really?
Yeah, but it's not like Robin Williams commits suicide or anything. It's just about a joker, someone who's depressed on the inside and having to hide their depression and all that, which is kind of, it's obviously all about Robin Williams.
Yes.
But it's a really great song. The lyrics are really good.
Yeah.
But it's not like melancholic.
No.
It's still got that same Iron Maiden bomb pass.
So it's like a celebration of his life more than
a little bit,
song about his death.
Well, it's a celebration kind of about about his life, but also the fact that he was a very depressed man.
Yeah.
Under it all, and the song basically asks the question like, how could he keep this facade up when he was such a funny guy?
Yeah.
But he was really depressed on the inside. So the song becomes a little bit more questioning, I guess.
Yeah.
The next one is The Man of Sorrows, this is the slowest number on the album. It's more of a showcase for Bruce Dickinson's singing. Again, he's a master at storytelling. He's a master at playing different characters and singing the vocals and making doing the different moods. This one is, I guess this one's in a similar vein to Tears of a Clown, but it's a little bit slower, a little bit more lumbering. It's yet to really grow on me, but it is really a nice song. And it leads brilliantly into the final track of the album, which is Empire of the Clouds.
Yeah.
Which it takes the whole side of side 6. It's a near 20-minute plus epic.
Yeah.
And it contains an instrument I never thought I'd hear on an Iron Maiden album.
Bagpipe.
I wish. A piano.
Piano.
So apparently for a lot of the recording sessions, Bruce Dickinson would lock himself into like the soundproof room and play the piano, putting down this huge epic track. To the point where like he couldn't imagine the song presumably without the piano. So he and the producer just instructed the band to kind of play around the piano.
Yeah.
And build to this huge kind of crescendo towards the end. And this is my ultimate example of Iron Maiden as musical storytellers. The song's all about, it's set in 1910, it's based on a real story. It's all like an aircraft carrier setting off to go on his maiden voyage, but then horribly crashes and burns. A little bit like the Hindenburg disaster.
Okay.
And the song's all about that. So it starts off with just the piano and kind of the guitars doing almost like, it's almost like an orchestra of like heavy metal music.
Yeah.
It's really subtle, it's really nice. It takes a very long time to get going. And I can imagine if you're an old school Iron Maiden fan, getting quite frustrated. And it does take a really long time to get going. But it's because we're setting the scene. You get these amazing images of, everyone coming on board the ship and the kind of the romanticism of it, the majesty of it and how exciting it all is. But also the sense that there's something not quite right.
Yeah.
There's like a horrible burning underneath to the story, but something horrible is going to happen. Pretty much straight from the piano starts, and when the guitars are playing, you know something bad's going to happen in the story.
Yeah.
And there's an amazing part when he's finished telling the story and singing the story of everyone getting on board the ship and it's about to take off, and all the uncertainty. The guitars do almost like this stuttering and kind of they don't quite know what to do. And then when it takes off, they do this amazing soaring piece of guitar solo, like it's just brilliant music storytelling. And then when the aircraft hits clouds and lightning and thunderstorms, the instrumental just goes crazy and insane, and it goes completely out of control. Lots of cues from the piano as well. It almost reminds you of like silent music.
Yeah.
The little piano solo that he does. And then as it crashes, everything kind of slows down, and you can imagine like lumbering through the sky and crashing into the ground and burning. And the album just ends on a perfect note.
Cool. Is this album orientated? Would you have to
yes,
listen
it
to the
actually
whole thing?
really is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It really, really is. That's what I most liked about it.
Yeah.
But you really got to listen to it all start to finish.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing against it is obviously it is a 90-minute album. It is really long, and there's a lot to get through. But I feel it's going to reward repeated listens.
Yeah.
It's just so dense. There's so much to take in. That's kind of what I love about it. I can't believe that like a band that's 30 years old is still making music not only this long but this ambitious and can sit with any of their best albums.
Yeah.
I mean, what other bands can you think of that have been around for this long that have managed to make albums that are as good and as relevant and as ambitious as their older stuff?
Well, not a band, but Neil Young's Monsanto years, I hear, is quite relevant.
Yes, I hear that too.
Yes, and Paul McCartney's album about the kiss on the bum or whatever it's called.
Kiss on the bum, yeah.
Kiss on the bottom. Yeah. I mean, it's just like that, isn't it?
That's it.
It's fun bands.
It's exactly like that. Yeah.
But there aren't really that many that have been going for so long and have challenged people as much.
That's it. It's like, like you try, it's like Judas Priest tried to do like a song like Empire of the Clouds, they'd just be laughed at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Judas Priest, I love Judas Priest, but they've not been great for a very long time, in my opinion.
No.
And a lot of their fans are kind of homophobic idiots anyway.
Yeah.
Because Rob Halford, the lead singer, came out as being gay a few years back, and a lot of fans stopped liking the band because he was gay.
That's shocking.
And that's kind of the problem with heavy metal, is that I think it gets a really bad rep.
Yeah.
Because it's perceived as just being like dunderheaded idiots.
Yeah.
But like most things,
it's more complicated.
It's more complicated than that. Heavy metal has a real power to, I think more than any other music type, to draw audiences together.
Okay.
Like how bands used to do. They used to draw like a real love and reverence.
Oh yeah.
I feel heavy metal keeps that alive. When I went to go see Iron Maiden, the sense I got was that, wow, this music has just pulled all these people of so many different races and genders and ages together just for this huge mass just love of the music that they do. And the Book of Souls doesn't disappoint on that front.
Well, it's because music has become increasingly diverse.
Yeah.
Like now it's more than ever, there's so many different genres and subgenres and stuff. It's like, that's why a lot of things are so dispersed and things now. That's why you don't get that kind of big, like, you know, like Led Zeppelin, everyone can listen to them, they sell loads. The Beatles, stuff like that, you don't get that now because it's just too... The ones that are mainstream stars are targeted towards, like, tween audiences or something, like...
Exactly, yeah. But somehow, I don't know how they did it, they just pull it off.
Yeah.
Somehow Iron Maiden just managed to pull it off every single time. I don't know if it's because I'm so, as you can tell, I'm so attached to the band. I've listened to their music for years now. They are one of my favourite bands. I like them just because I respect what they do. They're really, really good at what they do. And I just have to tip my hat to that.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's definitely album orientated. You've got to listen to it all from the start. I wish I could go in more depth about the songs, but I've only listened to it like twice.
Yeah.
And it is a 90-minute album.
Yeah.
So I probably won't come back and do another review because I'll just be fanboying all out over it again.
Okay.
But it maintains, it never gets boring.
No.
Which is what I like about it. There's only one moment in the Red and the Black, which is like the 13-minute track where I was looking at the time thinking, okay, I get it now. You guys are awesome. I get it.
Yeah.
But it's still a great song.
Yeah.
And yeah, but this one, like, I've not had an album like this in a while where, like, I had lots of problems with actually getting this.
Yeah.
Right. Amazon fucked up my order, and I was waiting in their warehouse for ages, just to be dispatched until I complained loads of times. And I had the free MP3 copy download. It was on my iPod, and I was like, I could just listen to this right now. I could just put it on right now. But I had to really show restraint because I wanted it to be an event.
Yeah. I
wanted to rip it open, just fucking put it on the turntable and just
spin it.
Just spin it. Just let me be swept away by it. And I'm so glad I did. I can't remember the last time I had an album where it was like an actual event for me.
Yeah.
Because, you know, music comes out these days and it's like, you know, you get it and that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, this one actually felt like it was anticipation and real build-up, and I was excited to actually get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so many of the riffs and the singing still in my head. So if you want quality music, you can't really go wrong with Book of Souls. It's probably the best album out at the moment. It's my favourite album of the year.
That's insane. It's been so good this year for music. What about To Pimp a Butterfly?
No, this is better.
It's nowhere near
I prefer it.
Shocking.
You see, like I have a lot of respect for obviously music of great artistic worth.
Yeah.
But I don't get as much joy listening to it as I do from this.
Okay.
I actually love listening to this. Well, so To Pimp a Butterfly is obviously more challenging and probably more artistically accomplished. What's more fun? Which one would I rather sit down and listen to?
Okay.
I'd go for Book of Souls because I know I'm going to have a better time listening to it.
Okay.
Even if it's not quite as artistically accomplished.
Okay.
It's a complicated theme music, you know.
It is.
But yeah, it's my favourite album of the year. Doesn't mean it's the best.
Okay.
But yeah, that's it. It's my favourite album of the year.
I'm assuming a 10 out of the 10.
Yeah, easy 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Knocked out of the park again.
Is it their best album?
I've listened to it twice.
Yeah.
I've listened to the others like probably 10 times plus each.
Yeah.
So I need to give it like a bit of time for me to really think of it and consider it. So I mean, probably by year end when I'm looking at all the albums that came out this year, it's going to be in my top 10, if not top 5 albums of the year. Will it be number 1? I don't know. I just don't know. It's better than most Sato years. It's certainly the best vinyl I've got this year.
Okay.
The design's amazing.
Cool.
You don't get much better than that.
It's true.
So, if you like quality music, if you like Iron Maiden, if you're not a pretentious arsehole who looks down on heavy metal, then check it out. I really, really do recommend it. The Book of Souls.
The Book of the Souls.